The chance now to complete the set and win all 4 European trophies. It was also a big night, wasn't it, for young Reggie Walsh, 16 years of age, his first senior start for Chelsea. Tell us how he did. Were you impressed?
With young players, no matter they perform for you in training, and then you think to yourself, right, we'll put them in, but you just don't know what's going to happen between the years when they're on the pitch. Are they going to sink? Are they going to swim? It's a completely different skill set. I've seen some fantastic players in youth team football that every time they got their chance, they just fluffed their lines and they couldn't do it because it means it's something that you don't know. So Enzo would have been confident, but he would have known. Now, after watching Reggie, you watch him go, right, great technician, wonderful character, handles the ball, knows tactically what he's doing. So it's a big tick for him. Then he can start his career and it'll be a wonder.
So congratulations, you're through to the Conference League final. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very happy, very happy. The first step is done, job is done tonight, and now we can, we have almost 20 days to prepare the final, and yeah, hopefully we can win this trophy.
Yeah. How do you assess that 1-0 winning performance?
No, it's overall we try to, I think it was good performance. Many young players. We finished with Reggie 08, Shimmy 07, Genesis 07, Josh 06, Ty 06. I mean, it's almost a second team. So very happy for the young boys and very happy to reach the final.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can question your confidence in the academy. Let's talk about Reggie Walsh. We were looking at him, obviously, the first game that he started for you this season. How do you think he did?
Yeah, how good is, eh? You can see it's a good player. It's good. He's that kind of player that we like. Very good. He understands how to move a little bit. For sure, it's very young. He has many things to improve, to work hard. Now it's important for him to continue, studying and grow.
Also noticed how calm he was. I mean, is that credit to you and the staff for the environment that you put around him, that he can come into his debut and feel so composed?
Yeah, no, because first of all, he's good player. He's young, but he's a good player. For sure, he has to do many things better, but very happy for him, very happy for his family, and he has to enjoy this moment.
Some of these 5 players you mentioned, they've got a chance to win something in their breakthrough season. How important is it that they go and grab it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's important for them, it's important for us, it's important for the rest. Now, as I said, now we have 3 more Premier League games before the final. We can be focused on that, and then hopefully we can win the title.
5 wins in a row. You've said about creating a winning mentality. Momentum is obviously with you. Could you be in a better place mentally as a team to face the challenges that are forthcoming?
We are in a good mood, a good run of results. But now we have 1 more game in almost 72 hours, less than 72 hours. So we need to be focused on the next one.
You go to Newcastle on a big high. Just how big a game is that for Chelsea?
Huge game. It's a huge game. Now we have 3 more games, as I said, and they are all important.
Thank you very much, Enzo. Congratulations.
Swim, it's a completely different skill set. I've seen some fantastic players in youth team football that every time they got their chance, they just fluffed their lines and they couldn't do it because it means it's something that you don't know. So Enzo would have been confident, but he would have known. Now, after watching Reggie, you watch him go, right, great technician, wonderful character, handles the ball, knows tactically what he's doing. So it's a big tick for him. Then he can start his career and it'll be a wonderful night for him and his family.
I mean, you wonder what other 16-year-olds are doing tonight. It's quite incredible.
Xbox.
Yeah, Championship Manager or FIFA. But I saw you nodding your head when Kieran Dewsbury Hall was basically saying, I just told him to go out and play the football that's got him here. Yeah. That's easier said than done though, isn't it?
It is. It's easier said than done, and every young player you'll have the same messages from the managers going, just you're here for it because you're on merit and all that, but you don't know until they're out there, until they receive the ball, until they feel the tension in the crowd. Are they going to make it bigger in their mind than what it is? That it's just a game. And the ones that have got the ability that can just go, right, they can block off everything in between these white lines and just go, I'm going to do what I do. And he managed to do that tonight, and that's a big credit to him and his character, because there is some young players who just can't get over that line.
And we saw him, didn't we, just next to our studio set, actually, getting photographs taken, video messages with people in the crowd, whether they were his own friends or just fans. But a lovely moment for him, 16 years of age. It's so special.
Oh, again, and I think it's a moment he would have anticipated, but probably not so soon in his life, never mind his career. Like, to to be 16 and, like I said, he's got other things going on off the field in terms of GCSE. So to have this level of composure and just look like he's played here for years, and that wasn't his debut. It was his 100th game. And like Joe said, you never quite know with young players. You can get out there and do they have the emotional balance to just stay calm? But he definitely had that.
Yeah. I mean, on balance of the way Enzo has dealt with this squad, I mean, he has the very real possibility of being in a squad that wins a European trophy, being in a squad that has gone to the final, whether or not he starts or comes on, quite incredible, really.
It's tough competition. We talked about it in the midfield, but it's like, just going back to tonight, when his head hits the pillow, like, because, you know, you talk about the journey from being a young 7-8-year-old at the club, and you're looking up and you every step's close, and then all of a sudden the manager knocks on your door and says you're in the squad, and then you're coming on, then you're starting. And then, you know, all of that journey that you've gone on with your family, with your friends, all of the ups and the downs, it's all down to this minute. And then it happens, and it will feel to him like it's gone by. He'll be probably with his family and his friends now. And when his head hits the pillow, he'll be like that. I'm a Chelsea player now, you know. And it'll be amazing for him. He won't, you know, he'll never forget tonight.
I wonder when he found out that he was playing, like last night, or how Enzo.
Yeah, that's also a key factor is when you tell them, because if you tell him yesterday and then does he go home and then he doesn't sleep, or do you just wait until today and let him know? But again, in regards to what Joe said, there'll be moments like 2 years ago he probably was training on a Thursday night, training in the academy, and all of a sudden you fast forward 2 years and now he's starting in a semi-final.
Yeah, well, I think Reece James is coming along to speak to us. He's looking a bit reluctant right now, but I think he's coming in just a moment. Oh, he's waiting. Josh Champong's going to come in and join us as well. Hello, Reece. Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Okay.
Good.
A European finalist once again. Congratulations. How pleased are you to have navigated this tie safely, get there for yourself and for the other players?
No, I think we're happy. You know, we're in another final, but it's probably, you know, something we expected coming into the game, and you know, we expect to win the competition as well.
And Josh has just stepped in. Hello, Josh. Congratulations into the final. How enjoyable have you found this competition this season?
No, definitely. It's been really enjoyable. A chance to play at Stamford Bridge on away, so it's been good.
I mean, you've been impressed, haven't you?
Yeah, they've been brilliant. Josh has been brilliant. Reece is coming back into the team over the season. I'll ask you, Reece, you seem to be getting better and stronger every time I watch you. How important has it been, this run, to get back to your best? And do you enjoy that sort of role in the midfield as well?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I spent a lot of time, you know, on the sidelines, and this is probably, you know, my longest spell being healthy, you know, in probably 2 or 3 seasons. So, you know, I'm happy to be playing on a regular basis, and you know, helping the team where I can.
Oh, Josh, we've seen you play in multiple positions tonight, so well done. That's a factor. But where do you see yourself developing mostly?
I'm not sure at the moment. I don't really mind where I play, as long as I can be on the pitch. I don't really mind.
Reece, just going back to you, we were talking earlier, we were talking about the Champions League final, that great night out in Portugal in 2021. You're the only one left from here. Do you feel, now you're the captain of the club, do you feel the club's going in the right direction now to get us back to days like that? And then how buzzing is everyone in the dressing room? Because it's a fantastic achievement, another European final.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. You know, we're knocking on the door for Champions League next season. We're in and around it. You know, the table's tight. And, you know, I have no doubts we had a big result against Liverpool, and hopefully we can, you know, keep momentum going and finish off the last 3 games strong.
Josh, what about the faith the manager has shown in you? How has it been playing for Enzo this season? We've seen in this competition he's given a lot of youngsters an opportunity, but you particularly, he said he's in love with you. That must be music to your ears.
Yeah, no, it gives me a lot of confidence, to be honest. So every time I get on the pitch, I kind of want to repay him and try my best. So yeah.
And you've obviously been rewarded with a new contract. You've committed your future here as well. What does that mean to you? And does that give you that freedom to just concentrate on football now?
Yeah, I think definitely just concentrate being at Chelsea. I love the club, so as long as I can stay here my whole life, I'll do it.
I mean, Reece, you're still relatively young, maybe not so much in football terms compared to some of the youngsters that you're playing alongside, but from your perspective, what is it like captaining this team when there has been such an influx of academy players as well? It's fantastic to see for the fans, but even for you, just managing them and helping them through the experience.
Yeah, no, it's great to help them. You know, it's great to see so many academy lads coming through. You know, I was once in, you know, Josh's position here with but a lot more older players in my team when I broke in. But no, you know, they're amazing talents, and you know, that's why they're here. Yeah. And you know, I help them where I can.
And what about young Reggie Walsh? What a day it's been for him, you know, his first senior start. And I mean, the guys have been waxing lyrical just about the way he handled the occasion.
Yeah, to be fair, I've seen him in training lots, but training in games is different. You know, this is the first time I actually seen him playing a game, and I was like, fucking hell. Sorry about that.
Apologies for any bad language there.
I didn't realise, you know, how good he actually was, because, you know, training is training, and, you know, you can't judge too much on what you see in training.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Josh, you must have played with them before the academy as well, but you know, for him coming in at 16, I mean, you were only, I think, 19 on Monday, is that right? Yeah, happy birthday, belated for you. But, you know, just for him to come in, did you have any words to try and help him on his first start?
To be honest, it's the first time I played with Reggie as well. Even though I'm young, he's a lot younger than me.
Right.
So I just said to him, be confident. I've watched him before, so I just said, whatever you do in 18s, 21s, just try and replicate it here. It's pretty much the same. Just play your game, to be honest. So, yeah.
And what would it mean to you, 19 years of age, to go and lift a European trophy with Chelsea? You're just one game away now.
Yeah, I think it's a dream, to be fair. I didn't think that I'd get so far in such a short space of time. So if I can lift the trophy, I'll be really excited, really happy.
Yeah.
And, you know, Reece, to complete the set as well, I mean, I know you've lifted the Champions League and there's huge aspirations for the club to get one of those spots for next season, but to finish this season on a high and complete the European trophies, it would be a really special achievement for the whole club.
Yeah, for sure. Winning the trophy will be a huge achievement, but you know, we can't dwell on that. We have other targets as well that, you know, we need to, you know, finish off in the Champions League space as well, or, you know, it could be disappointing, you know, for next season, considering how well we've done. You know, we started the season so well. You know, we had a little blip, which most of the teams did as well around us, and, you know, hopefully we can finish strong now.
And a huge game on Sunday, isn't it? Brilliant result last weekend, but it's a case of recovering now and going again.
Yeah, that's it. Newcastle, you know, St James's Park is a tough place to go. You know, I've played there numerous times and, you know, had difficult games, difficult results. I know we will rest up now and, you know, focus on that game.
Yeah, well, we wish you the very best of luck. Congratulations once again, and a belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Well
there,
done,
you can also see that Newcastle game live.
How does it feel to be in a Conference League final?
Yeah, amazing. We set our sights out at the start of the season to get as far as we can in this tournament. So, well, it's been a long couple of months, but one more game to go. Hopefully we can lift that trophy.
What did you say of the performance tonight? It was very patient, but you got a decisive goal. Talk us through that.
Yeah, like you said, it was a game where we had to be patient in a block. So thankfully, I seen a little bit of space, went through. Ty played me a lovely ball, showed a little bit of composure, and it was nice to get the goal.
So you've done it 5-1 on aggregate. You won the championship with Leicester, obviously. What will it mean to you to win a major European trophy?
It'd mean everything. Look, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. A lot of people would have said at the start of the season we need to win this, but I have to say if we do win this, we deserve a lot of credit because I know what football's like. It's not easy. Like, there's tens of teams in this tournament, hundreds of players trying to win it. So I think if we do win it, which I hope we can, I think the lads and the staff deserve a lot of credit because we've had pressure from the first match day and we've been professional, we've been dedicated, and now we've got one more game.
And it's a night that punctuates the club's youth policy. There were 5 academy players that got minutes today. What kind of responsibility what role do you play in helping them to perform as well as they can?
Yeah, like you said, I'm just here to try and guide them. Look, we had Reggie playing today, who's 16 years old, like, that's mental. And look, he was fantastic, composed, and my job's just to say to them, look, play the game that got you here. Don't make it too big of an occasion, and you've seen that with the players that played and the players that came on. Very composed, very calm, and look, that's a credit to the academy.
Kieran, big congratulations and thank you very much.
Cheers, mate, cheers.
Well done.
Brilliant stuff there, great insight into just how the other players helped young Reggie Walsh tonight for his first start. We have to pay credit as well to Djurgaarden because here's their players saluting their fans who have not stopped all night, Joe.
Do you know what, Dodzy, this is what the tournament's about. This club, what an achievement, and they've done themselves proud tonight, the way they equipped themselves.
In the other semi-final, we're into the dying seconds of injured these Djurgaarden fans, and they're still going.
I'm looking at.
Imagine if they got to the final.
Mate, incredible. Do you know what? I was saying, if you're a player and you're playing for these, that'll give you extra fire in your belly. That is incredible support.
The Chelsea fans have all left. They're already preparing for the Conference League final in Poland, but the Djurgaarden fans are thoroughly enjoying their day out here at Stamford Bridge, despite now being out of the competition. Let's just touch on Chelsea again, though, because it was the objective, wasn't it, at the start of the season? They came through the qualifying and they're into the final. It's now one more push. It could be a phenomenal next 3 weeks for this club if they can get the results they want.
Massive 3 weeks for the club. It's great to see the performance is really picking up in the last 4 games. I thought tonight was decent job done, performance-wise. But the 3 previous performances, Liverpool, Everton, and over there in Sweden, I thought were really good. I think Lavia coming back in the Premier League team has really solidified the midfield. So really promising. I think if Chelsea were to make Champions League and win this competition in Enzo Maresca's first season in charge, I think that is going to be a brilliant season for the club. And you're looking at the players and the way they're moving the ball, Jolien, and their body language. They look confident, they look up for it. Sunday now is going to be a massive game, and Chelsea going with momentum.
Josh just mentioned Lavia obviously coming back to fitness, and he that has been such a plus for the manager. But what else do you feel has been the difference for Chelsea in these past couple of weeks that has just elevated the level of performance?
Confidence comes from results, performances as well. They all play a part. Momentum, change, and what's at stake? You get to the business end of the season, regardless of the objective at the start and the way other teams outside of this club or other people outside of this club probably played down the Conference League. When you get to the semi-finals of any competition, you want to win, and you have the opportunity to become the first team to complete Europe and win every trophy, the Conference League, Europa League, Champions League. So there's a real opportunity here for these players to create history for this club and English football. So yeah, when you get down to the business end of the season, that's what you're looking at.
I mean, that's a phenomenal achievement. I know clubs at the start of the season say perhaps this is not the competition they want to be in, but you're in it.
Yeah.
You may as well go and win it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, clubs, it goes in cycles. Like Chelsea have won the Champions League, and the last 2 decades have been full of success and trophies. The club is where it's at the moment. There's a rebuild, there's a transitional period. Time will tell whether this project works. And for it, time will tell, and trophies will tell. Because ultimately it's about putting them in the cabinet. And that's what's around. So this one to start, what that will give this club in terms of confidence, belief, the players, the manager, it just gives them convictions in what they're doing. They need to enjoy tonight because they've done themselves credit. Everyone, the club, the players, the staff, enjoy tonight. Sunday is the start of the running, the real start of the running, and if they can get that right, go into the Conference League final having qualified for the Champions League off their back, then it'll be a great night. And I think you can see the ship slowly turning back to success for Chelsea. It's a cracking night for the club.
I'm sure they want to win the Conference League and qualify for the Champions League, but for you, which is more important?
It's a difficult one. From a club's perspective, they're going to say Champions League. From a player's perspective, you're going to say the conference, because at the end of the day, when you retired, you don't count how many times you played in the Champions League or how many times you qualified in the Champions League. You count your trophies. So again, for me personally, if I was a player, I would want to win this competition and then let the league take care of itself if I had to pick one.
I mean, I think Reece James is the only player still here that won the Champions League back in 2021. So it totally supports the comment that you've just made about this being such a transitional period for the club.